Even though we mention that tuples, you cannot really mutate them, you cannot make changes in them, but you can concatenate the tuples, you can multiply the tuples. So let's see how that is done. This is tuple T, let me call it tuple T1, and I am having another tuple T2. Now I want to concatenate them, so I'll have T3 equals to T1 plus T2, and I'll print T3. We were able to concatenate that. Similarly, we can go ahead and multiply the tuples as well. T2 equal to T1 into T. We see the entire thing gets printed again. If this was supposed to be 1, 2, 4, 5, and then if we were to reprint this, the entire thing gets repeated again and again and again. So this is basically how we multiply tuples. If we want to multiply the content of the tuple by a given number of times is when we are going to use this. I hope by these two examples we were able to understand what was happening over here. Over here, when I was giving the value of T1 into 2, then it is going to multiply the entire thing by 2. Okay, but if I try to multiply T1 by 3, then the entire thing gets repeated by 3. We can see this is one time, this is the other time, and then this is the other time. So 3 times it is getting repeated. Now we move forward and cover the very last aspect, that is going to be the tuple methods. So there are two kinds of methods that are being used in tuples. The first one is count. So here what is going to happen is it is going to just return the number of times a specific value in the tuple has been repeated. So it is going to count how many times 1 was repeated, how many times 2 was repeated. And the other one is index, which is going to be searching the tuple for a specified value, and it is going to return the position of where it belongs. So let's try to solve this one at a time. Let's work with index first. So if I'm defining a variable, say x, and I'm equating it to t1, and then I want to know the index of, let's go with 3, let's see what happens. And I'll have to, of course, print x. The 3 is not present, right? Let's see what happens here. See, x is not in the tuple. Whereas if I move forward and if I'm printing 4, then I should be getting its value. The value is 2. How is it? 0, 1, 2. The value of x has to be 2. What if it is 1? Then the value has to be 0. The value is 0. So that is how index works. Similarly, we can just go ahead and use count over here. So doing that, this is getting repeated only once. Perfectly fine. What if I go with 1 again? So this is 4 times in total. So that is it. This covers the entire tuples in Python.